Yeah. Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. I'm a headliner.
Yo, Headliner Nation. What's going on? Chris Giles back again for the Fantasy Headliners. Hope everybody's doing great out there. I'm always great because we're talking football and the season is vastly approaching. I am so excited. I can't wait. And you know, we've been doing a lot of the trends. Why don't we talk about a little something different today? And that is, of course, trade targets for running backs and wide receivers for week one of the fantasy season. And I understand, okay? You just drafted your club. You're pretty happy. You're pretty satisfied. Who says we can't improve? We always can improve our team. And I got 5 players on this board, wide receivers and running backs, that we should be looking to get, especially at their value right now. So we got to get them before they blow up. Otherwise, that value is going to increase exponentially. And then you're going to be paying a king's ransom that you do not want to do, because right now you can get a lot of these players for pennies on the dollar. I'm telling y'all. But first, before we get started, Jake has got a message for y'all, so listen up.
Hey, this is going to be one of the biggest weeks of the year when it comes to drafting fantasy football teams. There's going to be so many of us out there kicking back, relaxing, cold brew in hand, drafting absolute straight bangers here over the next few days. But luckily, I found us an additional cheat code. What if I told you that I found a t-shirt that could not only slightly hide that beer belly, but that also deflated inner tube that we may have around our midsection? Classic Tees is the answer. It's a t-shirt that's not like all the others. So many men's t-shirts are designed for skinny dudes with six-packs. Not all of us are skinny dudes with six-packs. Unless it's a six-pack of beer in our hand, but that's a different story. We're wearing the wrong clothes. Fellas, True Classic Tees taper off towards the bottom, and they're tighter around the chest and shoulders. I mean, look at this. I feel like I could play defensive line for the NFL right. Feeling great. It's time to highlight our best attributes and a shirt that we can always comfortably throw on. It's not just t-shirts though. It's polo shirts, workout shirts. It's freaking boxer briefs that make your junk feel amazing. I don't care if you're a big dude, a small dude, or just a regular dude. It's time to upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. Now, get 25% off at trueclassictees.com when you use the promo code Headliners. Plus, if you spend over $100, they're gonna give you free shipping as well. Once again, that's 25% off at trueclassictees.com.
So who in the right mind is going to tell you they do not want to improve their fantasy club? Because I am one of those guys that is always looking for value. Maybe your draft didn't go the way you wanted it to. Maybe already you have some injuries you got to deal with. Maybe you see something else on the market that you're like, hey, that would look a lot better on my team. Listen up, man. I got 5. Let's start off with my guy, Chris Olave. And I understand the arguments everybody's going to say. There's too many mouths to feed. You got Michael Thomas. You got Alvin Kamara. You got Jarvis Landry, okay? And you got Jameis Winston coming back from injury. How is this offense going to manufacture plays enough to support 3 wide receivers? I'll tell you how, okay? Chris Olave right now is still the wide receiver 43 ADP. Get him before his value just flies off the charts, because he is a man. You know what I'm saying, man. Last year in New Orleans, just by the numbers alone, 474 targets overall for their wide receivers that caught balls and the running backs that caught balls. Okay, Jameis Winston's career high in this league, 626 pass attempts, man. Am I saying that Jameis Winston with the lymphatic or whatever, the eye surgery, I can't even pronounce it, whatever, the eye surgery, you think he's not going to hover around the 550 mark if he's healthy and plays an entire season? 100% he's going to do that, okay? And now you're going to be fine. No more Sean Payton. I get that. It's going to be a different offense. We're going to see change. We're going to see maybe some inadequacy for chemistry building early on for this team to get better. Chris Olave is a stud, man, and you saw it in the preseason. He is one of those magicians at the route run position where he can break free, create separation, and he's got a nose for that end zone. You're talking about a Michael Thomas. Fine. If he's on the field and healthy, perfect. He's pulling all the defensive back ones to his direction. If Landry's healthy, perfect, man. He's playing the slot. Guess where Olave is? He's all over the rest of the field, and he's playing with lesser coverage on his side. Go and get yourself Chris Olave. You will not regret it. This man has glue for hands. He's very fast, and he can always find the end zone. He's shifty as a mother. You know what I'm saying. And I'm telling y'all, I've been preaching up Chris Olave this entire draft process. Loved his game back at OSU. And right now at wide receiver 43, he's likely sitting on somebody's bench. You can get him for very, very cheap. And I don't know why you wouldn't do that and exercise that option. If you're looking for an upgrade, there is potential right away from week 1 to play him in your flex spot, especially if you have multiple flex options. I am backing this man 110%. If I'm wrong, I'll eat those words. I don't think I'm going to be wrong on Chris Olave this year, especially with a healthy Jameis Winston. I love it. Go and try to get yourself a little Chris Olave. Don't sell the farm on any of these trades, though. We got to put that caveat. Make it good value to improve your team while not sacrificing anything big. Next one we got is Rhamondre Stevenson, and I've been telling y'all, this guy, man, he has not moved up this board. It's been a common theme. If you've listened to the podcast, if you listen to Headliner U and watch Headliner U, you know how much I'm preaching up Rhamondre Stevenson. Everyone, again, the argument, I can't trust New England backfields. I can't trust Bill Belichick. He likes to rotate too many running backs. It's a crapshoot, etc., etc. Not this year, man. They got 2 running backs that they're going to trust, and that's Damian Harris, and that's Rhamondre Stevenson. No more James White. We know everything. Running back 37, his ADP has not moved. I'm telling you, I said it again because everybody needs to understand, man. New England last year, 489 rush attempts last season, okay? Running back target share for New England with Mac Money Jones, 111 targets for running backs, okay? No more James White. We're seeing the fact that they're going to entrust Rhamondre to catch the ball a lot. Everyone's going to say, how can a guy who's 240 pounds be that nimble and quick-footed and able to catch the ball? He's very good, man. Very light feet, quick feet. He is able to bulldoze people, and he's got wonderful hands. Soft hands for those who like soft hands. Telling y'all, man, Rhamondre is a guy you need to put on your team. Could he even have, at one point this season, a full-blown 50-50 timeshare with Damian Harris? 110%. Are the New England Patriots going to re-sign Damian Harris? Likely not. So what are they going to do? What does Bill Belichick love to do? See what he has in his stable. See if Rhamondre can be that RB1 for the entire season and then after. He is going to test this, and try this. He's definitely going to do that. Rhamondre needs to be on your team. And based on the fact that players got him later on in the 8th and 9th rounds, if not later, you can still get him for on the cheap, and he could return very, very good value. I do want to see how it's going to pan out for the first 2 weeks, but I got a whole heap of faith in Rhamondre this season. I love this guy, man. Michael Pittman, next one on the board, wide receiver 12. Here is the difference here. He's a little bit more heavy priced, more value because he is highly coveted already. However, I do believe this Colts team is going to be very, very strong, okay? This division is very weak. So you're talking 6 games against basic subpar competition outside of Tennessee, okay? But you're going to have games where the defense, Tennessee's defense just lost Landry as well. They do have holes on that defense. Matt Ryan is going to be able to exploit that. I'm telling y'all. Yes, Matt Ryan, I've been saying it. He's lost his step. Fine. We don't care. He's still going to be able to throw the ball at least 500 times this year, and he's going to be able to spread the ball around. I understand, okay? You got Paris Campbell. If he's healthy, he's going to take some of the target share. You got yourself a little Alec Pierce. He's looking very good. He's going to take some of the target share. You know how many vacated targets belong on Indianapolis right now based on everybody that's left? 155 targets, man. We can spread the wealth, okay? He had 129, Michael Pittman did last year. Even if we see a little bit of growth where it goes to 140, that's fine. It's perfect. He's going to see less coverage as long as Alec Pierce and Paris Campbell can stay healthy. Let's not forget about Nyheim Hines because Matt Ryan does love to check the ball down. This will open ample opportunities for Matt Ryan to find Michael Pittman on the regular, and he is a dog. He showed it last year. He did disappear from time to time, but this year I think this offense is going to be predicated around feeding Michael Pittman the ball. Yes, you're going to have to pay a premium likely to get his services. Do not sell the farm on any of these trades that will make your team worse. But if you can manufacture a way, if the guy who's got Michael Pittman or the lady who's got Michael Pittman on their team right now, if they need help somewhere else and you have options to go and get him, you absolutely go and try to scoop up yourself a little Michael Pittman. Could you imagine if you get Michael Pittman as your wide receiver 2? You're going to be sitting back every single Sunday smiling, drinking your brew, and you're just going to be smiling ear to ear because Michael Pittman is going to likely produce for you at minimum 9 to 10 games of very, very solid productivity. I love it all day long. Kareem Hunt, next one on my board for a trade candidate, trade target. He is, a running back 33. Again, another guy. He's kind of lifted a little bit because of the, Deshaun Watson situation. So you saw him raise up boards just a tad because you know they're going to have to run the ball a lot more. Last year, he only played 8 games. We know the standard. We know what happened last year. 78 rushing attempts for 12.25 touches total last year per game. 12.25. Multiply that by 17. You got 208.25 touches, man, total. And we know that he's going to be utilized in the pass game. You got Jacoby Brissett, who is that game manager type of quarterback. He can keep the team in the games. There's no question about it. Is he going to electrify this offense? Heck no. We know what Jacoby Brissett is. He's a serviceable guy, above average dude. He's going to be able to lean on the ground game. He's good at the play action pass, and he's going to check down the ball a lot. You're going to check it down to who, man? Kareem Hunt, because he has the ability in the pass game. He's got the speed still, and they're going to be able, again, to coexist in this offense. What were we saying how many times when everybody criticized the Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt backfield? We here at the Headliners, basically all of us were saying they can coexist, and they have proven it year over year. Kareem Hunt is also upset. He wants his bag. He wants his money, and he's going to play his heart out to get that next contract. No kidding about it. Even though if he does want to leave Cleveland, he's still got to audition for other teams and say, I'm still able to be a true running back one in this league, which I do believe he is as well. But in this offense, who is going to require a lot of ground and pound, a lot of checkdowns, recreate the run in the pass game with those short passes with a Jacoby Brissett, make it more friendly for him as well. Kareem Hunt is a guy who, again, pennies on the dollar you could likely snag, especially for a team who's needy in another position, say wide receiver. You got a couple extra wide receivers you can spare. Try and go and get yourself a little Kareem Hunt because he is a flex and forget start every single week, basically every single week. I'm not even thinking about that, man. If it's Kareem Hunt and other options, you're likely going Kareem Hunt majority of the time. I want to say 80% of the time, you're going Kareem Hunt. Last one on my board is Brandon Aiyuk. And again, I don't understand why I'm yelling. See, I'm excited. Football's coming. Brandon Aiyuk, still wide receiver 40. How is this possible? How is everybody still continuously sleeping on this man? He's out of the doghouse, man. He's got the free pass. Shanahan gave him the hall pass. He said, you're done. You're out. You can go and do what you want to do. Last year with Jimmy G, 441 targets, okay? Roughly at this moment right now, we see about 96 to 105 vacated targets from guys that either left or guys that will see their roles diminish just a little bit, okay? Trey Lance is the starter. I really don't like the fact that Jimmy G is back on this roster. No kidding. I think now Trey Lance always going to be looking over his shoulder. That sucks. However, if Trey Lance can ball like we all do believe that he can, and he's got the cannon of the arm, someone has to take the top off of this defense. Does Aiyuk have the elite, four wheels? Not really, but he's still able to go deep because he's a very good route runner. He releases and separates extremely well off the line. They have been practicing it all training camp and preseason, going deep, contested catch ability in the end zone, and Trey Lance has been hitting him on the regular. I've already covered Aiyuk, I'm sure I have. Why don't you have him on your team? I just don't understand, man. Wide receiver 40, there will be people sleeping on him. Even the owners that have him will be sleeping on his services, thinking, you know what, I could get better value elsewhere. But once week 1, 2, 3 happen, and Aiyuk is the one that does blow up, he's going to be off the trade market. Everyone's going to hold him so tight to their heart and their chest because he could likely be, if it does pan out, let me put the caveat there, if it pans out where Jimmy G starts every contest, doesn't get injured, and he is improving his progression with his passing aptitude, Brandon Aiyuk could be one of those guys as your wide receiver 2 or 3 on your team that could be a league winner. I am so into Aiyuk this year, it's not even funny. I was out last year. The last, 8 to 10 games he played, we started to see the revelation happen for Brandon Aiyuk. We started seeing Kyle Shanahan trust him a little bit more, and it's just going to continue into this season, manifest that much more. Like I said, the deep ball ability is going to be there, and of course, Debo and Kittle pulling coverage. You're going to have a very hard time defensively for other teams to cover Brandon Aiyuk. They're going to forget about him a lot, and Debo and Kittle are just too good, I should say, to double team in Aiyuk, so he's going to be free all day long. Go and get yourself a little Brandon Aiyuk because he is great value. Again, do not sell the farm on any of these players. This is to improve your roster, not diminish it, but there's some targets for you as we enter week 1. So there you have it again. That is some trade targets. I'm just too excited, okay? I know I'm yelling. I get it. I probably popped everybody's eardrums and blew the speakers. I don't care, okay? Get excited. Jump on this train with me, man. Football is coming. We are 1 week away. Can you believe it? It is fabulous. I can't wait. Thursday Night Football. I'll see you there because I probably am going to have a heart attack mid-game. I'm excited, man. I hope you guys are too. But nevertheless, as always, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, jump in those comments, give us your thoughts, and we'll see you next time. I am out.
Yeah. Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headline Nation, we running the game.